All right, we're going to start off with Ronald Wallace. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing today, Lance? Ron Walls here, balling down south. You guys got a tough Missouri team. You guys gonna play on the mark, and of course, you know you got your game been moved, so you gotta get that extra day of practice. What is it gonna take from your squad, you and your squad, you know, to come out of there with a victory for Kentucky?
Well, we're just gonna need to continue to play hard like we have been doing. Coach has been changing some things up in practice for the offensive end, so just apply that everything that he's been telling us in practice. I mean, yesterday, and then the stuff that he's gonna go over today, and just really, emphasize that and bring that into the game. And I think that we should be okay if we just lock in and do what we have to do.
John Hale will go to you, and then Jerry Tipton.
Hey Lance, during the shutdown that you guys had there for the weekend or whatever, what were you all able to do as individual players? Were you still able to get in the gym? Did you notice any sort of, rust or any effect from missing several days of practice when you got back together?
I mean, we got in the gym a little bit. Obviously not as a team, more individuals and stuff like that. Just conditioning and stuff. But I mean, we all took the time off and kind of used it as a refresh and got our mind right. It gave us like some time, even though we were still working out. It wasn't practice. It wasn't a 2-hour long practice. So we kind of got to like decompress and just kind of refocus on the main goal and what we need to do to continue to play and obviously win games.
Jerry Tipton, go ahead.
Yeah, Lance, I wondered if you could elaborate a little on as you say, decompress. It sounds like the walls maybe were closing in a little bit. I'm wondering what you guys needed to get a step away from.
I mean, we've been here for a while. We've been practicing. So, and if anybody just gets a few days off just to relax, I mean, it's helpful. Even we had 2 days, I think. It helped. Guys came into practice yesterday, energetic, fresh, bouncing, just happy. I mean, when you take something away that we're used to, I was like, wow, we don't have any practice today. Like, I'm so used to practicing. So it gave us kind of like excitement to get back on the court yesterday.
And I wonder too, Lance, what at this stage, we're 15 games into it now, what are the team goals? What do you guys aspire to do by the end of the season?
I mean, just keep on getting better. Since the beginning of the season. I mean, your goals should never change whether you win or you lose. They're goals for a reason. So if you just keep on changing them, it's never a goal. So the same goals that we had set game one are the same goals that we're still looking forward to having, now.
Kyle Tucker will go to you, and then Keith Smith.
I know you've got a teammate that has a kind of a future in coaching or aspires to in Riley, and I wonder, I know he's a guy that's kind of earned some of Cal's respect this year, and I think some of the players' respect. I wonder what you guys see and learn from him, as a not only a veteran guy who's been around college basketball now 4 or 5 years, but just as a guy who's trying to think like a coach.
Riley is super smart. I mean, Kyle always, uses him for examples and asks him a lot of questions, and he always gets the answer right. So anything that you can learn from Riley on the basketball side is good, just because he, like you said, he's been around and he knows exactly what he's talking about. Even during the game, if you go up to ask him something, he'll tell you what you need to do or what he think you should be doing better. So Riley is he's huge for this team because he's a coach that's not a coach.
Keith Smith, go ahead.
You mentioned individual workouts earlier, and I was wondering offensively, post moves, what are you working on in your individual workouts?
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
You had mentioned about individual workouts earlier, and I was just wondering offensively, what kind of post moves or things that you're working on to improve your game?
Honestly, I'm just trying to get more comfortable. Left hand, right hand jump hooks. Nothing too major. Just trying to work on my face-up game. Work on some moves what I'll do when I get to the middle of the court. Just simple stuff.
Okay.
Jerry Tipton, I'll come back to you.
Yeah, Lance, I wonder, Jeremiah Tillman has played well for Missouri. They're big. I'm wondering how familiar you are with his game and what sort of challenge you think he presents.
I mean, he's a challenge, but I'm gonna do what, and all the big guys are gonna do what we've been doing. Playing defense, playing hard, rebounding, blocking shots. So we just, no matter who we play, we kind of keep the same approach. Yeah, that's about it.
And I wonder, you mentioned changes on offense. I assume you can't tell us exactly what they are, but what do you think the changes are intended to bring about?
Just so we can just attack differently. Instead of, it's the ball just standing in one person's hands, just attack differently.
Thank you.
Gary Graves, go ahead.
Yeah, in terms of defense, what kind of things have you learned, or where have you progressed defensively, and in terms of shot blocking, rebounding? I mean, Cal talks about two-handed rebounds and that sort of thing, but how do you feel like you've adapted and progressed with that?
Sometimes two-hand rebounding is something that you got to remind yourself to do because I've been one-hand rebounding my whole life. So it's a habit you just have to break. But just being here, it just teaches me how to be in the right spot at the right time. So, having coaches like Tony Barbie, Coach Bruiser, Jay, Joel, all those guys, like just helping you on the defensive end and making sure you're in the right spot so you be in position for the steal or the block or, get the rebound.
John Wong, you'll have next.
Hey, Lance, you talked about one of the goals is to improve, and you all have had 15 games now. Where do you think the greatest improvement has been in this particular team and then in your individual games since the beginning of September or October since you arrived?
I think the biggest thing with the team that we've been improving on, we have been getting better offensively, but defensively we've been improving every game. Every team is going to break down, but I feel like defense is something that we've been improving on and we really take pride in. And personally, I think that I've just been rebounding a lot better since I came, since beginning of the season.
Okay, and then moving forward, I know as fans, we like to have something quantifiable to gauge progress on. I mean, is it realistic to think that you all could win the rest of your games this year?
Absolutely. I know our team thinks we can win the rest of the games. We believe in each other, so honestly, like that's what it's about. If we believe in each other, I know our coaching staff believes in us, so we all believe that we could win the rest of these games.
Gary, I'll come back to you.
In terms of the art of shot blocking, how much of that for you is kind of instinctual, and I guess what kind of things have you learned being here that is actually not as easy as some of us might think it is?
If you like shot blocking, that's not even my thing. Isaiah Jackson, he blocks every shot, so you can learn from him. Just watch the stuff he does, even though he's super athletic, super long, but he has like a technique to it. And it's all about timing and just being on the right, like weak side and, stuff like that.
Got time for one or two more. Jerry, go ahead.
Yeah, Lance, how important is it to you guys to get into the NCAA tournament, to play in it?
It's obviously super important. Every team, obviously wants to play in March and gets in the tournament. That's kind of the goal. That's been the goal since the beginning of the season. Like you guys asked earlier, what are some goals? That's one of the goals that we still have and that we still believe that we can make. We just got to, turn things up.
How much room for error do you think you guys have at this point? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not too much room, but, enough where we're not going to be panicking and just like, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to do this. Obviously still playing within the system and still playing calm and, giving ourselves the best ability to win.
Thanks.
Jeff Drummond, go ahead.
Yeah, Lance, you'll have another big guy soon to battle with in there. How much do you know about Oscar so far, and what are you looking forward to kind of getting to improve your game against his in practice?
I just met him yesterday. Seems like a really good guy. We didn't really speak much. I just seen him right before I left the lodge. I said what's up, but from what Cal says, he plays really hard. You know, obviously I play hard, so it's going to be good competition in practice. I know he's going to help me get better. I know those type of people, and they help me get better. He's going to help Olivier get better, Isaiah. So he's going to be a great addition, you know, for these few weeks or months that he's here to, you know, help everybody get better until next year.
All right, guys, so we're going to let Lance go. Appreciate him stopping by.